anything, you need to double check everything that I'm saying, because I'm not an accountant, I'm not a bookkeeper, I'm not a tax professional, I'm not a business manager, I'm not a business major. I don't know anything about any legalities whatsoever. Gustavo, O's a no. TCPC is a no. Coney is a no. DJT is a no also. Okay, I like 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. Each one of those is a no, 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 and no. All right. Now, where do you find stocks that have 20 years or more of increased dividends? Google. All right. Put into the Google search. Dividend King. See, it popped up right there. Dividend Kings list 2024. Dividend Aristocrats list 2024. Dividend Champions list 2024. You click on that, lo and behold, look what pops up. And if we do the very top one, Sure Dividend LLC, see all 53 Dividend Kings on a free spreadsheet right there. Take a look. You just go there, put your email address, and then they'll download you that list of all the Dividend Kings. Okay, that's 5 decades of increased dividends. You lost my respect. James, I feel terrible. I didn't even know I had it in the first place. And I don't even know what we're talking about. All right, zap. Okay, can you give us the web access link here to, I'm just using Google, which is, what do you call that? Search engine. You can use Bing, you can use Yahoo, you can use anything you want. Okay, Gustavo, all 3 of those are a no. DJT's a no. How do you trade on the weekend? I don't trade on the weekend. Okay, that's the issue that we're having. The issue that we're having is Thinkorswim is under maintenance, and that's where I find that's where all my stuff is. Okay, it's something you just have to deal with. The whole world's talking about your former president, and you're here trying to make a buck. Wow, I lost your respect because somebody took a shot at Donald Trump, and I'm not. What am I supposed to do? Right? What can I possibly do to help that situation? Okay. I don't like to do politics, so I'm not even going to engage in the political we call it argument. I know DEC isn't weekly, but can you give some insight on it? Okay, Himi D, no, because if it doesn't fit the criteria, all right, now for some strange reason you like DEC, so let's pull up DEC and find out why you like it so much. DEC, and it's going to pop up here on Yahoo Finance. So DEC, Diversified Energy Company. Let's go to the chart first. Not the chart, summary. Am I reading that right? The dividend is $1.16 and the yield is 7.3. Can you trade options during hours in pre-market? I don't think so. Just follow. Mindy, how are you? Okay, exactly why is he here also? Right, Mindy, I have no idea what you're talking about because I'm missing some of these. Can you trade options during no, you can't. Only during market hours. Exactly why is he or she also here? Okay. Hey, Jimmy, what's happening? Mindy. All right, yourself? I'm doing lovely. All right, Flipper. I own AbbVie in my Schwab account, and it shows $168 and change. I got to YouTube, and it's 170. All right, Flipper, we're going to take a look at that in a second. Hold on. So somebody wanted to look at DEC. So DEC has a dividend of 116. Okay, the yield is 7.3. Okay, now I'd like to be able to show you what I'm doing, 1% per week, safe, secure, predictable, consistent, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. But we're limited on what we can do without access to the trading platform of choice. Okay, so we're just waiting and waiting. Installing updates. All right, well, we'll just keep on waiting. All right, so DEC, let's take a look at historical data for DEC. We know it's paying on a 7% yield. Okay, great. Personally, I like a bigger yield. Okay. All right, DEC is going to be a no because they only have 2 dividends. That's it. So it's got to be a relatively new company, or they just started to be profitable, one or the other. Now, Flipper, you want to take a look at AbbVie and find out why one says 168 and the other one says 170? ABBV. AbbVie. Well, it says 170.28. Okay. Now, AbbVie is one of those companies I like to trade on a consistent basis. Michael David Robertson, how are you today? But I wouldn't want to own it long term. Look at that dividend, $6.20, but the yield is 3.64. I mean, come on, federal government is paying 5%. Replying to comments you just answered. Okay, that works. You're right. What's the person? Just a troll. Yep, there's a lot of trolls. You guys got to be leery. There's like last time we counted, it was 27 trolls, not trolls, imposters pretending to be me. So just a little bit of disclaimer. There's over 27 people pretending to be me. So if you get a email, text, or whatever saying that it's me, and they ask you anything about cryptocurrency, Forex, WhatsApp, or Telegram, yeah, that ain't me. I don't do any of those things. I do dividend stocks only for weekly cash flow. Flipper, why are you here if you lost respect for DGT was grazed and you will hear it for months? I didn't lose respect. Someone else said that I'm here trying to make a buck and I'm not showing any respect for the ex-president who got shot. Well, I didn't shoot him. I don't think any of my relatives shot him. I don't think I'm a person of interest. I mean, what am I possibly going to do? Okay. One can reflect after hour prices. That's correct. Dum-dum-dum. No, James said that stupid stuff. Okay, Flipper. I'm at a loss. All right. Yep. Thank you, 86. I don't like to talk politics. I don't like to talk politics. I don't want to talk religion. I don't want to talk, you know, what's hot in the news. Nope. I have no interest in any of that stuff whatsoever. Okay. So if you think, ooh, I remember that line from Avatar. Okay. It says, you cannot fill a cup that is already full. Okay. My mind is already preoccupied with other things. Pay attention to those kind of people. Thanks for your educational life. All right, thank you. Can you be successful trading with indicators only? Okay, boundless anime cuts. I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about there. Talking with Thinkorswim today, James, as I'm installing multiple TOS in 7 processors, they said big system maintenance. Damn. Yeah, so we might not be able to look at any charts tonight, which is fine. You guys can ask different questions. I mean, it doesn't have to always be about trading. It could be about the strategy. It could be about, exit dates, entry dates, stuff like that. Big system maintenance today. Yep, I got that one. Thanks, Michael. Not that's going to help us out any because we can't look at anything, which is fine. It's Saturday. Not a whole heck of a lot happens anyway. We can use Yahoo Finance. We can use it to a certain point because Yahoo Finance doesn't have everything that we want to look for. Okay. So, at that being said and agreed upon, what are we going to look at? Okay, AbbVie. Okay, you had a question about AbbVie. Well, it says AbbVie's at 170.28. What do you think about SPY and trading options daily? Okay, coffee break logistics. I don't do spiders because I don't think they pay dividends. SPY. Okay, SPY, $559 a share. Yeah, I don't do that. Okay, what's the yield? Okay, here's another major reason why I don't do spiders. You ready? Coffee break. Number one, it's $556 per share. Number two, look at the yield, 1.26. That's not even 1.5%. The CDs that pay better than that. Why would you risk on something that you can get a better rate at a CD? All right, that answer that question. Holdings, historical data for the SPY. All right, historical data, dividends only. Interesting. Look at the last 5 years. Okay, let's take a look at some dividends on Spider. Got it. Okay, Flipper. I will do the 167.50s paying 4 on AbbVie on Monday. Well, that sounds good, but do you like AbbVie for Monday? What is the chart telling you? Where's the high? Where's the low? What direction is it going in? Are there any patterns that are easily invisible? All right, so this is Spider. Let's take a quick look at some of these dividends. All right, let's go for 09, 59, 48, 53, 60, up and down. Okay, 102 back to 69, 84, 98, 83, 114 to 93. Yeah, it's up and down. There's no consistency whatsoever. And if you look at the summary, okay, the summary for SPY, it tells you right there, 1.26%. Yeah, that's going to be a no for me. All righty. AbbVie is in a decline. All right, let's take a look at AbbVie. ABBV. Let's look at the chart for AbbVie. Hold on. Mindy, best brokerage to trade these dividends without heavy fees. Mindy, there's going to be a whole bunch of different dividends. There's some companies that have no fees, like Robinhood or Webull, Acorn, some of those like mobile devices. They get it on volume, and then you have your, I can't say no fees because they do have exchange fees, which are very small. When I first started trading, I was paying 125 for in, and then 125 out. That's $250 round trip. You know, so 150 in, 150 out. It got a little pricey. All right, so I'm not seeing AbbVie as being in a downturn. Okay, take a look at the chart. It's down here at 80, going up nicely. The high is 180 something. Now she's down to 170. That's not really a decline. Okay, this is still trying to make up its mind. I think some people are trying to do zero ODT options, but to do them 7 days out. But yeah, I like what you're doing. Thanks, Michael. I mean, I like it too. I got that old philosophy: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know. And I'm not greedy. You know, I have no problem with the 1% per week. Yeah, 1% per week is perfectly fine by me. That was for other people. Is it possible on TOS to scan for dividend stocks with the criteria you mentioned? Jimmy, I really honestly don't know. I've never used it for that scenario. Wade, if you're positive on a stock, where do you sell your next option? Not afraid of selling it. Well, Wade, it's going to be all about the numbers. So whatever you bought it at, when it opens up first thing Monday morning, if you have a profit, fine, take it. Don't take it. It's totally up to you. Okay? You know where your entry point is. So you have a choice. Do I sell it, make the profit now, if it is up? Or do I sell a covered call against it? Ooh, there we go. All right, so we're up and ready to go. So let me put in my passwords. Don't need you guys to see it. Login failed. Imagine that. Oh. I forgot we don't need capital letters here. One more time. All right. Nope. Not having it tonight. Plug this back in. Sorry, guys. It's just not working. Mindy, thanks. You're welcome. Alvin Pro Kings. What's up, man? We can't get online with our charts. Thanks for all that you do. You're welcome, Flipper. Do you use any other indicators, RSI, etc.? Nathan, let me explain to you one more time what I do. All right. I'm only looking for stocks that have consistently increased their dividends. Criteria number one is 20 years of increased dividends. If they've been profitable for 20 consecutive years, all right, that's where I want to put my money in. So the question to you need to ask is, why would you put your money into a company that's not continuously profitable? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. I like 20 years. Okay, and 20 years of increased dividends makes me warm and fuzzy. Also, weekly options. There's over 300 companies that fit those two criteria only. Okay, there's 98% of the stock market I have no desire whatsoever to even look at. In a worst case scenario, when a stock is not an if, okay, it's not an if. Look at the chart down here. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, up, down, up, down. It's like a seesaw. That's all it does. Pretty sure the PS is that's a no. Probably. PW. I have no idea who PW is. All right, Mindy, I think TOS desktop mobile combination with blah, blah, blah columns you can run. Okay. It's best for beginners. Sup, yo, Austin. We're having a little bit issue logging in there, Mr. Austin. Okay. This Thinkorswim is under, what do you call it? Under maintenance. Could that be? Could it be? Logging in. Way to go. Yeah. So it's logging in. There it is. See? Logging in. So we should be up in a few seconds. So let's go some more of these questions. GLW. Ooh, I like that one. GLW. That's Corning. Just got in. Yep, me too. Hey, your residents, how are you? Mindy, you might want to lessen the brightness on your screen. You make it sound like I know how to do that. You meet with Doc today? No, I met with Doc a couple of weeks ago. The screen on YouTube is behind him. Okay. Oh, wow, we're caught up. Cool beans. Hakuna way over here. There we go. All right, so here we are. We are up. We are running. We are good to go. So let's jump in, take a look at the stocks where we left off yesterday, because what we're here for, we're here to look for safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks, companies that have consistently increased their dividends for more than 20 consecutive years. Okay? That means they're profitable and they're continuously profitable. Those are the only companies I want to invest my money in. You guys can do whatever you want, but ask yourself the question, would it make sense to put your company into one, to put your money into a company that is consistently profitable for decades? not just a few years. I'm talking 2 decades or more. All right. First on my list for tonight is going to be CVS. CVS, here we go. First thing I always want to take a look at, quick glance at the chart. It's not at the high, it's not at the low. Okay, that looks okay. So let's jump over, take a look at the numbers because I want to see. Okay, I want to see what is my profit potential. When I say simple, safe, predictable, and consistent, I want to see what my profit is. I know who CVS is. There's a CVS in every major city in the United States. Okay, it's going for $59 at the moment. Monday morning, these numbers are all going to change, but at this moment, for entertainment purposes, using the math, if I'm buying it at this and I'm selling it here, this is what I'm bringing in. All right, if I buy it at $59, I sell my rights away using a covered call. The $59 strike price is going for 93 cents. That's a point and a half. Okay, your residents. I sent you a DM earlier today on Facebook. Sorry for the late replying regarding my idea. Ooh, I have 5 different Facebook pages. It's the easiest place to send me anything is here or to my email address. What time on Mondays do you like to buy in? As soon as the market opens at 9:30. Okay, because at 9:31 I want to sell my options. Do you like any dividend challengers? Well, of course I do. Recon, there's a whole bunch of them. Let's take a look at what we have for dividend challengers. Oh, wait a second. I don't have that. I don't even have that list. I have the dividend aristocrats, 25 years. The dividend champions, 25 years. The dividend contenders, 10 to 24 years. And the dividend kings, 50 years. So no, I don't have the challengers. But only 5 years to 9 years. I see. Yeah, there's probably way too many of them to take a look at. You will find it same as you texted me from. Cool beans. What is a dividend challenger and an aristocrat? All right, Johnny Q. A dividend aristocrat is a company that has consistently increased their dividend payments to their shareholders for 25 consecutive years. A dividend challengers, it's only 5 to 10 years of increased dividends. I don't look at the challengers because they don't have 20 years. I like 20 years. Okay. The funny thing is, my strategy, my money, my rules. Okay, this is the strategy I created for my 9-year-old. It had to be simple and safe. Well, it just so happens to make 50% per year. It only takes 10 to 15 minutes a day. So why wouldn't I do this one? All right. Need another cough drop. You like ExxonMobil? Well, of course I do. All right, ExxonMobil. We'll take it. ExxonMobil, I believe, is on the list. Yes, it is. It's on the list. Okay, kind of down on the list, but we'll take a look at it. Crazy incident with Trump today. That was such a close call. Well, a lot of weird stuff going on nowadays. Okay, nope, I'm not going to do the politics things. Nice try to suck me into that one. No, thank you. All right, Siri is on the list. Siri. Siri. Now, just to let you know, Siri is not on my list. Siri is on Warren Buffett's list. So if it's good enough for a Warren boy, it's good enough for me. So there you have it. It's a crazy world. It is. Siri, let's take a quick gander. The numbers. 369. Well, the 350s are going for 26. You take 19 off of that, okay, because the 350s, see the 350s? That's the closest strike price to 350. But if I'm buying it for 369, that's 19 cents and I'm going to lose. So I can take the 19 cents off of this 26. Okay, what am I left with? 7 cents. Well, 7 cents is 2% of 350. So that number works great. Now what I want to do, I want to take a look at the chart. I want to see 5 things: the high, the low, where was it, where is it, and what direction is it going. That's what I want to see. The high's right there, the low's right there. This is the direction that she's going. Last 90 days. High, low, was, is, direction. Pretty simple. Okay, are we seeing any patterns? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We're way up here. Look at this. Okay, here's our high. Here's our bottom. Way up here. Yeah, I think it's going to slow down. That's just my humble opinion. That was such a mistake that they did not have Secret Service on all the roofs outside the rally. Your residents, I really honestly don't know anything what's going on. All right, so I don't, and I don't want to do politics. Really don't. Okay, but anyway, Siri, let's take a look at the last 30 days. That would be going from the 13th. There it is, right there, 13th. Okay, there's the 30-day bottom 30 days ago. She went up, pulled back, new bottom here. She goes up, pulls back, new bottom here. Now she's in an upward trend. Could it continue to keep going up? Yes, it could. But if you're going to do a weekly, hold on. Someone's giving me a hard time. Love it. Such a mistake. Okay, yep. Poor man's covered call. Visa is one of the best mega caps. Hard to be 3.31 earnings yield and 14% year dividend. Okay. All right. Well, poor man's covered call. All right. That's your opinion. That's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Visa. Okay, 265.99. The 265s are going for 273, but I'm losing a buck right off the top. So I'm only making 173 off of it. That's less than 1%. That would be a no for me. And look at the chart. Here's the high. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. So a little bit of a downturn at the moment. Why does the chain show up one premium, then you go to make trades is different? Oh, flipper, that number changes every second. Okay, but poor man covered call, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, but okay. Over 53 net margins. I have no idea what that means. Over 53 net margins. Okay. Okay. It wasn't trying. Okay, I wasn't trying to talk politics, just mention the incident. Well, thank you. Mara for a covered call. Now, didn't we look at Mara the other day? Yesterday? I think we did. I'll put it on the list again. We could take a look at it again, which we probably won't get till tomorrow because we have so many stocks on the current list at the moment. What type of dogs do you have? Pit bulls. How about Nike? Nike is on the list. NKE. And we will take a look at that chart after we look at Mara. Hiya, James, inspire me more. What broker do you trade in? Oh, I use Thinkorswim, which is owned by Charles Schwab, and I also use Robinhood. I love the power right at my fingertips, but there's a huge difference between Robinhood and Thinkorswim, which is Charles Schwab. If Charles Schwab doesn't allow fractional shares, Robinhood does. What about SMCI? Deep Purple. Ooh, I like Deep Purple, but that's a no for SMCI. Johnny Q. Have you ever thought of writing an app that will check to see if the stock qualifies for you? There's yes and no. All right, I have several apps. I have one app that's really cool. Okay, you put the stock symbol in, and it goes into the data stream to figure out how many times over the last 10 years did the stock actually move up just before the EX date. I love that software. That one's cool, that app. All right. So next on the list. Oh, wait a minute. We were looking at Siri, weren't we? Let's finish up with Siri because we didn't quite finish with it yet. Okay. Here's the 30 days for Siri. Okay, look at the run up. 30 days ago, and here we are now. That's a nice flow. Has all the space down here for profit taking. But still, it's a $3.71 stock. And it's on Warren Buffett's list. The Deep Purple, I already said no to that one. Inspire me. How trick is your 10-day rule? Is it like 2 to 12 days or like 10? Hey, Jessica King, I'm making 4% a week with cash secured puts. Awesome, Jess. That's wonderful. Strict. Yeah, I am pretty strict most of the time, but every once in a while I'll let something slide by, depending on who it is, because there's certain stocks that are just a no. I mean, just a no, and some of them are just a yes. Siri. Okay, so we're looking at Siri. Here's the run up from here to here. There was some profit taking here, and now she's going back up again. Now, what does seasonality tell us? What does a stock normally do this time of year? Now, this time of year for Siri, if you're not familiar with this, the blue line represents this year. That's this year's movement. Over here to the left is January 1st. Over here, all the way to the right, is December 31st. So the blue line represents the movement for this year. We're right about here, almost halfway through July. The red line up here represents 10 years of historical data. That's 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 10 years worth of charts all piled up top of one another in order to give us the average movement. This is what I want to look at right here, this time frame. So I'm going to take my little cursor, put it right on that blue dot, which represents Friday, which was last trading day, and I want to squeeze it to the right. It gives me the next 3 weeks. So here we are. There's today. Okay, July 12th. Right there, July 12th. So he's going to shoot up, we'll pull back, and go back up again, and then level out. Historically speaking, is that what it's going to do? I don't know, but that's what it's done over the past 10 years on average during this time frame. Okay, so if it's done it 10 years in a row, kind of leaning towards the it might do it again type scenario. All right, I made a mistake with Toyota. Well, Flipper, Toyota's not on my list. Okay, you said something before about options on Robinhood could not become worthless versus Thinkorswim. Okay, yeah, your residence. When we're talking about buying and selling options, now I like to sell options. I like to buy a stock on a Monday, sell the options on a Monday, and then they expire worthless on Saturday. But you can't do anything after 4 o'clock on Friday. Okay, so with Thinkorswim, you can sell an option and do absolutely nothing, and on Saturday it will expire worthless. Okay, Robinhood will not allow you to do that. Okay, even though the option is going to expire worthless, they won't allow you to. You have to buy it back. So I find myself on Fridays buying options back for 1 cent, 2 cents per share on Robinhood, but not on Thinkorswim. Okay, Flipper, I have no idea what you're thinking about with Toyota. Residents, that you had to buy them back, but not on Thinkorswim. Please explain. I think I just explained that. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what we're talking about. All right, Siri. If I want to buy Siri, $369, right, and I sell the $350, I get my percentage. All right. Now, this one expires the 19th of July, which is next Friday. So if between now and next Friday, the stock stays above 350, then I will be assigned. Okay, if it's below 350, it will expire worthless. Okay, so whatever strike price you sell, okay, what happens on a Friday, it's either in the money or out of the money. It's either has value to it or it doesn't. On Thinkorswim, if it has no value, you can let it expire worthless. Okay, you don't have to do anything. But on Robinhood, they will not allow that. So even if the stock drops and the option has no value to it, or only 1 cent value because they want some kind of commission from you, you have to buy it back. If I do my homework on Sunday, how will I know that's where it will be Monday at the opening? All right, Flipper, you don't know. You absolutely don't know because this is the current price at the moment. This is the last price that the market maker put up on Friday. Okay, the last trade, the bid, the ask. Now, all of this disappeared. Okay, the volume, the open, the high, the low, all that's gone from here. But where is it? It's summary. Wait a minute. Nope, historical data. Okay, now we can go to, which one are we looking at? I forgot. Siri. All right. SIRI. What program are you using? All right, Deep Purple, I'm not using a program that is Thinkorswim, which is available through Charles Schwab. All right, so Flipper. Here's where you find your historical prices. Okay, 361 Friday afternoon. It opened at 361. The high, the low, the close, the adjusted close, and the volume. All the numbers are right there for Friday. Okay, July 11, Thursday, July 10, Wednesday, July 9, Tuesday, July 8th, Monday, so on and so forth. It goes far back as the company goes. You can't really see it here, all right, but this screen is live on YouTube. It might make it a little clearer if you put it on your big screen TV or your laptop or whatever. All right, that's sneaky of Robinhood. What happens if I don't do it? Will they take it from my account then? Yes, they will. If it's worth a penny and you don't buy it back, well, they will do it for you. And they don't always give you the best fill price. Okay, they give you the option for you to take care of it. And if you don't take care of it, they'll do it for you. All right, let's go back to the trading. Next on the list. All right, Matt, for some strange reason, Matt, you seem to like Zap. Even though I already said no to Zap. Okay, I'm going to say no to Zap again, and maybe this time you'll understand. It has no options. It's a no. Plain and simple. Alrighty, so Zap is a no. Your residents, you like that? Inspire me. What's on your list for Monday, or is that a topic for tomorrow? That's a topic for tomorrow. Thanks for the information. You're welcome. All right, next on the list is DAL, Delta Airlines, DAL. DAL. Whoa. DAL 43.58. The 43.50 is going to be the closest. It's at 75 cents, which is well over 1%. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, once I'm looking for that, then I want to see what the chart tells me. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it flowing? Alrighty. So last 90 days, here you go. Pretty plain and simple to see. 90 days ago, she drops, shoots up, pulls back, back up, back down, back up, back down. Now there's a big drop right here. Now, let's zoom in, see what's up with that big drop. Jessica King. My put expired worthless this past week, so I think it depends on what kind of option. Well, just not necessarily so. Okay, because on Think or Swim, they can expire worthless. There's a lot of trading platforms that will allow them to expire worthless, but Robinhood is not one of them. So even if there's no money there in the put and it's not, they won't let it expire worthless. They will assign it to you. They'll charge you $1 or $2 or whatever. All right. Here's the last 30 days for Delta Airlines. You need to ask yourself the question. Here's the high. Here's the low. This is the direction it's going. Look at the gap right here as she fell down. Now, I like to buy 2 days to the upside. Well, here's the bottom. This is 1 day to the upside. Even though it was a down day, it was still higher than Thursday. And this gap will fill eventually. Okay, so what's going on with Delta Airlines? Why did it do that? And what does it normally do this time of year? That's an interesting question we need to ask ourselves. Okay, look at where we are and where we're going for the next couple of weeks. Okay, here's where we are right now. See the blue line? The blue line represents now. Here's that big drop we just had. What does she usually do this time of year? This time of year, she usually goes up. But what caused this? That's what I want to know. So you are responsible to know what's going on with the company you plan on putting some of your hard-earned money into. Okay? All of a sudden, she's channeling sideways. She drops a little bit, goes sideways again. Then all of a sudden, here's this big drop. Now she's going a little bit to the upside. All right, so what's happening? I would like to know. It's more than 4 in the morning here. I gotta go. Well, all right, your residents. Thanks for stopping in. Have you ever used Questrade? I find the fees are cheap. All right, K9. I've never heard of Questrade, number one. Number two, I'm from the old school where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I have no problems whatsoever with the ease, simplicity, and I already know everything here. I've been using it for 15 years. Okay, there's no amount of commission savings that's going to make me want to go somewhere else unless the company has everything that's here. And go from there. Oh, I'm Canadian. All right. Will ABC News? I'm not quite sure what you want to talk about. ABC News. It's nowhere on my list anywhere. All right, so that's Delta Airlines. You ask yourself the question: do I like Delta Airlines, and is it something I want to buy? All right, Will. Well, I don't do politics, so I'm not even going to go over that. I'm sure whatever the news is, I'll hear about it tomorrow, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it because I'm not a relative. Next on my list, we have MDT. Is that Medtronics? MDT. First thing I want to see, B to G broke out. I have no what B to G broke out means. Georgie, what about SWA? Deep Purple, SWA, never heard of them. I'll write them down. We'll take a look at them. Okay. All righty. What to look in a company before buying their stocks? All right, JS, when you make up your list of companies that you want to buy, ask yourself a couple of simple questions. Number one, are they profitable? How consistent are they with their profitability? And then from there, you have to figure out where your risk reward ratio is. Do you want something safe? Do you want something in the middle? Or do you want something aggressive? Okay, I'm at that point in my life where I want safety, predictability, and consistency. I only invest in companies that share their profits and have been profitable for more than 2 decades. Sorry, Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines is LUV. I'll write it down, LUV. And by the way, Deep Purple, LUV is on my list, and I do buy them often. Okay, I have to take a look at the numbers, take a look at the dividend, and see if everything goes smoothly. Okay, so JS, what do I look for? I look for consistency and increased dividends. That means they're consistently profitable, and weekly options. Two criteria and two criteria only: 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options, because I want a safe company that is consistently profitable. If you're increasing your dividends, means you are profitable more and more and more year after year after year. That's the only thing I want to look at. And then weekly options, because I want a weekly check. I want it paid every single week. Okay. I don't want to do this, buy the stock, get the dividend once every 90 days. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do monthly options. That means I can only get a check once a month. Yep, that doesn't work for me either. I like weekly options. So weekly options and 20 years of increased dividends. That's the only two criteria I have. And then after that, I'll take a look at the book value. I'll take a look at the numbers and the. I wanted to say demographics, but that's not the right word. Statistics, no. Fundamentals. BTG. ESA-MEC. What's the spread? Hold that thought. I'm going to write BTG down. All right, ESA-MEC. What's the spread? Up here, which is the information on the stock. The last trade, what is the bid? What can I sell it for? What is the ask? What can I buy it for? Okay, Dallas, BTG, I see that. Okay, BTG, I wrote it down. We will take a look at it. All right, it's only common courtesy to put it in order. So we're over here somewhere. I got all of this. Okay, right here. Okay, I'm right here. I got all this to do first. Then it's back up here and then down. BTG is down at the bottom of the list. So it is a first come, first serve type basis when I take a look at stock. So BTG, I'll get to it. Isaac, ISACC. Never heard of it. ISACC. All right. Let's finish up with MDT because that's on my list at the moment. What is a spread? If I already own it and I want to sell it, this is what the market maker is going to give me. 70, 77, 62. If I do not own it and I want to buy it, I'm going to pay 79.33. The difference between the bid and the ask is the spread. Let me put it to you in this words. If you have a corner store, Circle K, 7-Eleven, Quick Mart, whatever, Quickie Stop, whatever the corner store is, somebody owns that store. They're going to buy a gallon of milk for $3 and they're going to sell it to you for $4. What they make is the difference between the two, or the spread. Okay, a spread. Okay. A spread is also the difference in options. So I could buy one of these and I can sell one of those, and that's called a spread. Or I can sell one of these and buy one of those, that's a spread. Or I can buy this, sell that, buy this, sell that, that's another spread, or a double spread. Yeah, it can get very confusing. That's why when I teach this strategy, I use the exact same things year after year after year. All right, B, veils a no. I can take a look at it and tell you, or I can just say no right now. Okay. 1152. It does have weekly options. VALE. So let's take a look at the historical data. Dividends only. And let's take a look at all the dividends they have available. Okay. 2002. Okay, we're in 2024. 2002 means over 20 years. Cool beans. So let's take a look at the numbers, but I got to confirm this first. All right, confirmed. I'm not a robot. All right. I'm not a robot. Let's take a look at the dividends for Vail. 2002, 6 cents. Then it dropped to 4, to 5, to 4, to 6, to 11, to 17, to 13, 17, 26, to 30, to 24, to 33, to 19, to 38, to 58, to 59, to 44, to 14, to 19, to 10, to 5, to 50. No consistency whatsoever. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, the way I'm looking at it They're not profitable every year. If they were profitable every year, these numbers would go higher and higher, not up, down, up, down. Felix, James, please let me know if AP8 looks good for Monday. We probably won't get to it today, but might be able to get to it tomorrow. Apache. I like Apache. It's on my list. All right. So Vail, look at in August 2022. Sorry, September 21. It was $1.56. Okay. And then in September 21, it was 156. Then it dropped to 169. Then December, it was at 6 cents. So yeah, all over the place with the dividends. Okay, no consistency whatsoever. Denise, over there on Facebook land, how are you today? Okay, so I have no consistency. Okay, so like I'm investing my money into a company that I don't know if my dividends are going to go higher or lower. Okay, that doesn't work for me. Okay, I have 300 companies that are all consistently profitable, all have weekly options. If I want to add number 301, I want it to fit the same criteria, consistently increasing year after year after year. All right. So it's a no to Vail. Riley, R-I-L-Y, Riley. Now Riley, let's take a look at those dividends also. R-I-L-Y, and see what Riley says. All right, 2014, it's only 10 years worth of dividends. That's going to be a no. Let's not waste our time by looking deeper. Ooh, Ford. Now, Ford is one of those few that I make an exception for because the book value is higher than the current stock price. Walgreens is the most important thing to me right now. Jerry, we're going to take a look at Walgreens. Can you recommend a few companies to invest? Sorry, JS, I can't because I have no idea who you are. I have no idea what your goals are. I have no idea what your risk factors are. I have no idea. I have no information on you whatsoever. I cannot recommend anything to anybody. This is just what I'm doing. Okay? If you want to copy what I'm doing, hey, that's up to you. But I do suggest you all take a look at everything before you do anything. Okay? Do you let an earnings report influence your decisions? Nope. You need to give a lot more information. Yep. Alrighty. So let's take a look at Ford. First of all, I can be really quick about this and say no to Ford. Why? Too high at the moment. Look at the last 30 days. All right, here's your 30-day bottom way over here. There's your 30-day top. What's going to happen? Well, there's going to be profit taking. That's all there is to it. Okay. So Ford is a no. Ooh, MOS, Mosaic. Who came up with Mosaic? MOS. The Mosaic Company. First thing I want to see, the chart. Okay, it looks interesting. The numbers, 2863. The closest one is going to be the 2850. It's going for 35. If I take 13 cents off of this, I'm getting 22, not quite 1%. So I have to really like Mosaic because it's not giving me a full 1%. So here's the high, here's the low. Where was it? Where is it? Where's it going? Look at the big drop. And ooh, I want to take a closer look at that. Now, one of the reasons why this screen here is live on YouTube is so that when I zoom into this, and you can see the small numbers of what I'm pointing at, because I'm trying to get in the habit of using the cursor so you can see where I'm looking. So the last 90 days for this company, take a look at the pattern. It kind of jumps out at you. Here's the high, here's the low. Okay, it goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going to the upside. Okay, so I keep using that word so. I got to figure out how to do a better job than that. Do you let earnings put? Nope. No. Okay. Oh, wow. No more questions. Cool beans. I must be doing something right. So the last 30 days, to give you an idea of what we're looking at. All right. Down, up, down, up. It's a seesaw. They go up, they go down. That's all they do. Nice time to jump in because here's your bottom. I like 2 days to the upside. All right, great. 28.39. The 28.50s are going for 35 cents. That works for me. As long as I'm getting my 1%, I really don't mind. Ooh, before I move on, what does Mosaic normally do this time of year? If you like Mosaic. Ooh, you can't misinterpret that one. Take a look. The blue represents this year, and this represents 10-year worth of data. Look at where we are. And it's going to go, ooh, that's nice. Let's zoom into that and see what it's going to do for the next couple of weeks based on what it's already done. Okay? Here's where we are right here. July 14th. Come up. The next, right there is where we are, right there where they intersect. Look at that. That is definitely going to the upside. Hey, that's only historical performance. That doesn't guarantee anything. That doesn't mean anything. It just means over the last 10 years, it normally goes up. Okay, this is not last year. Things are different nowadays. But how does that affect it? Well, what does Mosaic do? They don't do anything interesting that changes year to year to year. It's the same things over and over and over and over again. One of the reasons why they're consistently profitable, because they're doing the same thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it type scenario. I like that train of thinking. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you own any Apple? Nope, I have no Apple at all. But Deep Purple, I think we looked at Apple a couple of days ago, but I'll write it down. We'll look at it again. And just to let you know, Deep Purple, Apple is not on my personal list. Apple's on Warren Buffett's list. That's why I will take a look at it. Next one here, WTI. What the heck is WTI? WTI. WT Offshore Inc. Never heard of them. That's a no. TMF. Never heard of that one either. Directional shares, and it does have weeklies. Okay. TMF. TMF. How often have they increased their dividends? From 2009. Well, that's not 20 years. Close. Okay. 16, 79, 10, 49, 73, 39, 55, 27, 247, 73, 112, 125, 12, 19, 14, 30, 18, 72, 30, 105, all over the place. Yeah, there's no yeah, no. Sorry. That's a no. TLT. While I'm here, I might as well check out that one too. TLT. Yep, all over the place again. But they have quite a bit of dividends, more than 20 years. Had to keep the fans going. Okay, 33 to 34 to 35 to 34 to 30 to 36 to 34 to 32 to 33, 34. Yeah, they're all over the place too. And there's no big increases whatsoever anywhere. That's all. How can it be the same dividend to 26? And it was a 26 like 10, 15 years ago. Can't wait for Sunday stream. I'm having trouble finding stocks that look good for Monday. Earnings coming up and it's 30-day low. Then what? All right, John, what are we talking about? Okay, John, you didn't give me a stock to look at. Can't wait for Sunday. All right. So it's going to be no to TLT. Oh, and here's Apple. Apple's right after TLT. Now, I know Apple doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends, but we're going to let that slide only because it's on Warren Buffett's list. And it's going to be a no. Why is it a no? Well, look where it is. It's at the high of the year. I never buy at the high of the year. I don't do the thing. Sad day in America. Oh, do you buy the stocks? Yes, I do. You ever seen it as era on a covered call and took advantage? I see it all the time. Okay, but you got to remember, I trade my time for money. Okay, so I don't want to be on the computer that much. So I'm only on for 10 or 15 minutes in the morning doing my own account. When I'm helping you guys out, I'm here a little bit longer. All right, so we're looking at Apple. Apple's going to be a no, regardless of what the number looks like. I don't care what the number looks like. It's at the high of the year. I never, ever, 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 ever buy at the high and expecting it to go higher. No, I don't do that. Oh, thanks, K9. You ever seen an area? Yep. All right. Dum. Okay, next on the list. LEVN. LEV. I never even heard of that. LEVN. Yeah. No. PEGY. What is that? PEGY. Pineapple Energy. Yeah. No. AbbVie. We already looked at AbbVie. We'll look at it again. ABV 170. All right. 170. The 170 is going for 107. That's going to be a no. Sorry, if you like AbbVie, the number just doesn't work. If I'm buying it at 170 and I'm selling it at 170, I'm only getting $1. That's only like 0.5%. Granted, 0.5% is still 25% per year. What about PLTR? PLTR is a no. Oh, Intel. I'm going to write Intel down. I think it is already written down. Okay, nope. INTC. All right, so Intel's written down. I'll write down PLTR, but I can tell you no now, or I can tell you no later. Fuck it, let's do it. PLTR. Okay, no for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, it's at a high. Now, reason number two, PLTR. No dividends at this moment in time. PLTR is a no. AbbVie, we just did PBR. Somebody wanted to look at PBR yesterday. So here we go. PBR. Petroleum Brasilia. Okay, they have weekly options. It's at 15. It's a nice spot. UPS. Sorry, I just joined. What do you mean written down? Uh-oh. I have no idea what he's talking about. What do I mean written down? Facebook took a dive. I'm going to move this because the last time it took a dive, it hit my computer. Okay, so this one. All right, we'll do that one. Let's go back to here. PBR. Oh, is that the one we're just looking at? PBR? PBR. So what is PBR? You said Intel written. Yeah, I have written down in my book. All right. So you guys rattle off all these stocks you asked me to take a look at, and I write it down. Okay, what about SoFi? SoFi is a no, but I'll write it down and I'll look at it and I'll tell you no when I get to it, or do you just want to figure out no now? SOFI. Why do dividends come into play on weeklies unless the ex-dividend is within 10 days? Hey, Flipper, I need you to be a little bit more direct with your question. It's kind of wishy-washy. All right. But let's go back to here. All right. Here's all the dividend stocks that I'm taking a look at for this month on this particular list. All right. Comcast, American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, Costco, Cisco, JP Morgan, NTAP, Cisco. Actually, that's funny. Cisco, SCSS, sorry, CSCO, Cisco, and SYY, Cisco. Two Cisco. Anyway, Marvel, Oracle, General Electric, Verizon, AT&T, Gap, MasterCard, Abbott Labs, so on and so forth. You've heard of most of these companies. I do them specifically by the calendar. Okay, so when they have their dividend coming up, which is indicated by these little green dots, that's when I will buy them. Tomorrow, on Monday, where the hell are we? Okay, we are Saturday. Monday, here, I'm going to be looking at 2 weeks ahead of time, Delta Airlines, AGNC, from this particular list. Okay, I'm looking 2 weeks out, which is the last week of the month of July, the first week of the month of August. Inspire me. K9, do you consider only a live on how to do covered calls or options, step by steps with Q&A? Yeah, we do that on the live trade shows in the mornings. If you don't know what you're doing and you want to jump in, you want to watch over my shoulder as I am trading live every day, you can join the morning trading group. Okay, we're just looking for a few people that want to trade seriously. Okay, make that safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week with little to no risk. All right. Next on the list, Dell. Ooh, I like Dell. Frog. Kevin, really? There's a company out there named Frog, Frog? Yeah, that's a no. It's a monthly. I don't do monthlies, Kevin. Okay, perfect. What time? 9 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 a.m. until you guys are done asking questions. Friday, 3 p.m. until you guys are done until you guys are done asking questions. Better pay to join? Yeah, you do. I tried to direct message you. Are you able to get direct messages? I have a lengthy question. Well, yeah, you can direct question me here. Hold on a second. See if I can do this. Reply. There you go. Send it here. There you go. That should work. Ford Motor Company. We just looked at Ford Motor Company. Ford Motor Company is going to be a no because it's a little bit too high. Even though I do like Ford, I love Ford. What do you need to get into the morning group? I want serious and consistent returns. Oh, Pedro's. Alrighty. You just go to the 10-minute trader, which is right there. Okay, the10minutetrader.com. It gives you all the information. Here's where you sign up. Live trading. Join our morning trading group. It says it right there. Okay, underneath that, you have all the current trades that I've done. You can view them all. Okay, all my trades are right here. Okay, besides all the trades being right there, I do a podcast every trading day. Okay, there's over 900 episodes of my podcast. What is the name of it? Dividend Stock Talk. Okay, you go to Google, Dividend Stock Talk. There it is. What are you investing in now? Dividend stocks. Interesting that I can't see Ali Sheely's comments. Jessica, I don't know why. All right, let's get out of that. Let's go back to here. Here we are. So Frog is a no. We figured that one out. We're looking at Dell, D-E-L-L. 139.71. So we're going to be looking at the 140s. The 140s are going to be the closest right here, the 140s. Well, the 140s are going for $3.10 a share. Now that's well over 2%. Okay, but yes, question, do I like Dell? Well, let's take a look at the charts, take a look at the numbers. Okay, so you take a look at the charts, take a look at the numbers. Here's the high, here's the low, here's the direction it's flowing. I want to take a good gander at that. If it's not at the high of the year, it's not at the low of the year. Okay, fine. What's the last 90 days look like? Well, here's the last 90 days. Okay, she shoots up, big gap down, bottom's here, shoots back up, bottom's here, up, back down. So how far down are we going to go? For that, we're going to jump in and take a look at the last 30 days. Do you ever buy out of the money options? I don't buy options at all. Well, wait a minute, I shouldn't say that. Here, this trading platform, with this example, I do not buy options. All right. The last 30 days. 30-day bottom, 30 days ago. 3 days later, 30-day top. She pulls back. Here's a new bottom right there. She goes up, pulls back, up, pulls back. Yep, she's coming to the downside. How many more days to the downside is she going to go before she turns around? Well, I'm going to write Dell for next week. And then I'm going to circle it because I like it. Because I want to find out where the bottom is going to be. And then once I find the bottom, okay, see here's a, okay, she drops, goes up, drops, goes up, drops. It's going to keep dropping until it finds a bottom, turns around, goes back up. That's where I want to jump in because I like Dell. How are you, sir? I shorted Tesla 240, 200 shares, and I'm worried it might go up higher. Apple user, I can't help you out with that whatsoever. Okay, I don't do Tesla. Tesla doesn't share their profits. So if and when the stock goes down, you're collecting nothing. So no, I don't do Tesla. Sorry. I only do companies that consistently share their profits with their shareholders. That's why I'm here. I'm here for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. The only way I'm going to get that is by having companies that are profitable consistently and have weekly options to allow me to jump in, grab my profit, and jump on out. Is it perfect all the time? No. Does it work all the time? No, but it works so well, so often. I've lost one trade this year so far. PM, Philip Morris. No, that was pretty quick. Not that I don't like Philip Morris, it's just that it's at the high of the year now. All right, so eventually there will be profit taking and this thing will come down. At that point, I would like to take a look at it, but I'm not looking at it now. I don't even care what the numbers look like. I don't buy at the high. All right. Next on the list, Albemarle. This is the only one I lost money on. Albemarle, ALB. Nope, ABL? No, ALB. I was right, ALB. There you go. Okay, this is the only one I lost money on this year. 97.87. The 98 is what we'll be looking at. 233. That's well over 2%. That works. Okay, now, so after selecting the stock you buy, you sell the stocks for 1%. You want the stock to be taken out? That is, of course. I don't want to hold on to anything. Okay, I buy stocks with the intention of holding them long term. Preferably, long term is 5 days. Buy it on Monday, be out on Friday. How do you lose money on, how did I? To be 100% honest with you, I have no idea because that was a couple of months ago. I don't dwell on the past. If I lost money, okay, I lost money. I admit it. All right, I lost money. What did I do wrong? I don't know. If I really wanted to go back and check, I could go back and check, but that doesn't do me any good other than the fact that it identifies what I did wrong. Okay, because I make mistakes too. I don't tell people, hey, I don't make mistakes. Yeah, of course I make mistakes all the time. Okay, that's why I have, that's why we have that morning trading group. We can all watch each other to make sure that, hey, double check that. Great transparency. Okay, wasn't sure if you just didn't hold it. No, 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 no. I didn't hold on to Albemarle. Hold on a second. Let's go back and find out where Albemarle was. Okay, week 1, no. Week 2, no. Week 3, no. Week 4, nope. Week 5, nope. 6, nope. 7, nope. 8, nope. 9, nope. 10, nope. ALB, there it is. Week number 11. ALB, right here. All right, 600 shares at 123.30. Sold the 120s at $5 a share, which means I made a nice profit off of that one. All right, fine. That's when I first picked them up on week 11. Okay, so I sold them on week 11. All right, so I bought them, sold them, week 11. Okay, where else did I jump in? All right, I've jumped in again on week 14, Albemarle. Okay, I bought 200 shares at 127.72, sold the 127s, got $3. That's more than 2%. Thank you. All right, week 14. Okay, week 15, I had Albemarle again, the 128s. Ooh, check that out. The 128 calls, 293. That's well over 1%. I like your strategy, my friend, and would be joining your group. Thanks. All righty, John. Albemarle, a buy. That's not what I said. Okay. Now, somebody asked me, where did I lose money on Albemarle? I have no idea where. Okay, Albemarle, again, the 116s. Ooh, I sold for 115. So I made just smidge less than 1% on that one. All right, now we can be doing this all night. Albemarle again here. The 116s, 115 again. That must have been when I sold them. All right, let's go back to the other stocks. But Albemarle, let's take a quick gander at it, all right? Used to buy gloves for their contracted projects. Not quite sure what that means, but all right. Albemarle a year ago was way up here at 240. She drops down and finished out the year at 150. That's a $90 drop between July and the end of December. But she went all the way down to 110. So she lost 50% from January to November. 50% loss. Then she went up, pulled back. She went sideways for a couple of months. Okay, great. Let's take a look at the last 90 days. High, low, where was it? What is it? What direction is it going? I want to take a look at the last 30 days because I want to see what's happening right here. Okay, there is no pattern. Look, she goes up and she comes all the way down. There's no, well, there's a small one right here. Uptick. Yeah. All right. So the last 30 days, right there. This is what we're looking at. 30-day high. She drops, pulls up, drops, goes up. No real direction there. All right. It's real. There's no real like beacon lights. No big flashing lights. No shiny objects. The bottom's here. 2 days to the upside. She could hypothetically keep going up, but see the bottom's here. 30-day bottom. This stays up, this stays up, but this stays down. So there's no real direction. Sorry. That was Albemarle. IEP. Somebody wants to take a look at IEP. I have no idea who IEP is. ICANN Enterprises. Yeah, we took a look at this a couple of weeks ago. IEP. I think it was no a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and it all had to do with the dividends. Okay. 2005, it was at 10 cents. Okay. 06 it was 10 cents. 07 it was 10 cents. 08 it went to 15 to 24. And look how long it's been at 24. 08 to 11, that's 3 years. It didn't increase at all in 3 years. She jumped up to 49 in 2011. Then she dropped down to 10 cents. And it was at 10 cents for a while. And she jumped up to $1, $1.25, $1.50. Stayed at $1.50 for a while, 175. Then the two is at $2 for quite a while. And then it cut it in half yet again. I'm saying no to Mr. Icon because he can't have it consistent. It's not consistently profitable. Okay, when do you update your website for the trades that you did same day? Usually over the weekend. Because when I buy them on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all options expire on Saturday. So by Saturday evening, okay, all the mathematics are done and I find out exactly where I am on Sunday. So at this moment, I really don't know until tomorrow. All right. So IEP is a no because even though they have weekly options, okay, even though they have weekly options and they do consistently, well, they have dividends. I can't say consistently increase them. Okay, so if you're investing your money into a company that makes money once in a while, okay, and then they don't, all right, Icon's a no. Lowe's, I like Lowe's, Low. Lowe's is a dividend king. They've been around for over 100 years. They've increased their dividends for more than 5 decades. That's year after, not once in a while, every single year, higher and higher and higher dividends. That's what I like. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. First thing I want to see, what am I buying it for? 234. All right, just 235s are going for 227. But the stock has to go up in order for me to get that. It's not quite 1% to 232s. I'm losing $2 off of that. Yeah, the numbers just not working on Lowe's. Sorry, not 1% on Lowe's. And it's going to be a no. And here's the reason why it's a no. Look at this. Your bottom's here, 30-day bottom. It's at a 30-day top. There's going to be profit taken. I want no part of that whatsoever. If you're bullish on an upcoming week, are there any instances where you do not sell Mondays and wait? No, because regardless of popular beliefs or those that watch the talking heads or listen to financial news on TV, the greatest value for somebody such as myself who buys on a Monday, sells a covered call that expires on a Friday, the most value I'm going to get is Monday. Because at Monday, there's 5 days of time premium value, 5 days. On a Tuesday, there's 4 days, or 4 days. Wednesday, there's 3 days of time value, and then 2 days of time value, and then 1 day of time value. Time value is one thing that you can never, ever, ever, ever get back. So if I'm buying the stock, where was I? If I'm buying the stock at 234 and I'm selling the 234s, just pretend I'm selling 234s and it expires on Friday, the time value is the greatest on a Monday. And that's what I'm looking for, the premium. The premium, it's not just time value. It has, there's a mathematical equation that's really freaking complicated. Let me see if I can pull it up quick. Black-Scholes model equation. There it is. Can you see it? So I'll actually read you the explanation. Black-Scholes or Black-Scholes-Metron model is a mathematical model for the dynamics of a financial market containing derivative instruments, investment instruments. That's complicated as hell. So you have the call option price, N is CDF of the normal distribution, ST is spot price of the asset, K is the strike price, R is the risk-free interest rate, T is the time value to maturity, and the O is the volatility of the asset. This is the equation to come up with the pricing for an option. It's very complicated, but the way I like to look at it, if it's $234 stock, I want to get at least $2.34. Just move the decimal point over 2 places. That's 1%. EMR. Ooh, Emerson. I like Emerson. Hey, Secretariat, you're asking me to, James, I know you don't worry about taxes, but I'm getting a lot of wash sales when redoing stocks. So what's the question? You know, the taxes, it's something you in your accountant or your tax planner or your tax strategist or whoever takes care of that scenario in your life is supposed to help you out with, try to figure out exactly what you should be doing. All right, now I have no idea how you want me to comment to that. Okay, Flipper, EMR, Emerson Electric, EMR, has been in business for over 100 years. Unfortunately, it's going to be a no. Sorry. It is on my list and it's up for consideration when they get the dividend. But when it's at a high of the year, it's going to be a no. Okay. I'll take a look at it. I'll watch it. And in about 2 weeks, the thing should drop to be able to jump into a point where I can take advantage of it going back up again. Jim Bibby. Hey, James, I'm waiting on the audiobook. Anytime frame. Oh, my goodness. My throat sore every night. And I don't have a drink today. Damn it. Alrighty. Let's keep on moving. Next on the list is BB. Oh, wait a minute. SoFi is next. Somebody wanted to look at SoFi. Interesting. It's at $7. The $7 is going for 16. That's more than 1%. Actually, that's more than 2%. So why is SoFi going to be a no? Well, SOFI. Now, I want to check out how often have they paid their dividends. Oh, no dividends. So why would I even look at a company that doesn't have any dividends? Whoever said SoFi, that's a big fat no. Sorry. I only do companies that consistently increase their dividends, which means they're consistently profitable. Why would I want to invest in my company? There's no way for me to figure out whether they're profitable or not. So if you like SoFi, take a look at the last 30 days. Where are we? Here we go. All right. 30 days ago, we're here. She drops, retraces, drops. Look at where we are now. Okay. Gap up. That gap is going to fill eventually. That baby's going to come down. Is it going to be next week or the week after? I really don't know. What stock are we looking at? Yo, Johnny. We don't know yet until Monday gets here. Simba. Hey, MDT. We did MDT like not even 3 minutes ago. All right. I have made money every time I did it with SoFi, despite having no dividends. You know what, Secretariat, there are certain companies I do let swing. I do let, I let go by. But SoFi is not going to be one of them because they don't have any dividends at all. And look where SoFi is on the chart. Okay, 30-day bottom was 4 days ago. 30-day high was Friday, yesterday. That's going to be a no. No to SoFi. BBWI. Never heard of them. Bed, Bath, and Body. Ooh, interesting. BBWI. BBWI. Yeah, that's going to be a no also. Okay, 2002, so they have 22 years of dividends, 6 cents to 8 to 10 to 99. Drop goes from 99. That's a special dividend. All right. Sorry, can't really count that one. It was from 10 cents to 12 cents. And it stays at 12 cents from 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 0 to 10. That's like 6 or 7 years of no increases whatsoever. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Okay, and then 16 to 20, 24 to 27 to 40 to 49. Then they cut it in half. Okay, it was at 40. Yeah, no. Oh, then even they dropped it even. Yeah, no. Sorry. Bed Bath and Body Works is a no, no, and oh, no. Yeah, sorry. It is what it is. CVS. We looked at CVS earlier. Is it MCAD? MCAD? MCAD. No. PMT. PMT. No. PennyMac? Really? Oh, you guys gonna like this one? I'm gonna like this one too. Starbucks. SBUX. I like it when you guys give me good stuff. MPW. All right, Simba, I'm gonna write MPW down. MPW. I think that your image should be smaller and focus the camera on the monitor. My image should be smaller. That's pretty damn small. Which one are we talking about? The one on TikTok, yeah, wants me standing in front of the screen. Okay, it's being live broadcast on YouTube. Okay, and on YouTube, this is the only thing you see is the screen. Now, hold on, let me pull it up and show you. Okay, let's go to here. Okay, so all my social media. Go to YouTube. Okay, here we go. The thing you see is the screen. And that's what's on YouTube right now. See? Okay, let's go to the whole screen and me over there up in the top of the corner. Here. Other than that, all my social media. Let's go back to, whoops, let me get out of that one. Still have echo in the background. Back to the screen. So this screen right here is live on YouTube. I'm not standing in front of it on YouTube. It's just the screen. All right. That being said, looking at Starbucks. The numbers 74.82. The 75s are going for 90 cents. That's more than 1%. Simple math will tell you that. 90 cents is more than 1% of 75 bucks. All right. Hormel. I think that you're in. Okay. Sebastian, thank you for that. Flipper, Hormel. Really? Hormel, the premiums are absolutely horrible. Even though they are a dividend king, increased for more than 20 consecutive years. Cham Sexy. Hey, James, is WBA out business thinking for long position? No, Cham Sexy. I like WBA. I actually own some of it. Okay, they've been in business for over 100 years. Okay, they're cutting out some of the stores to get rid of some dead weight. Maybe they're going to change around. I don't know. When you do an option order, does it expire on its own or do you have to close it out? It really depends on whatever trading platform you use. There are some trading platforms that will let options to expire, and there's some trading platforms that will not let them expire. I got to plug in that. Is that still on? Yep, that's still on. Okay, so I got to plug in the phone of Facebook before the battery dies. Well, I'll figure this out eventually. All right, so how's my camera looking? What's my camera? All right, that's fine. All right, there we go. Do you know BCE? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Alrighty then, BCE. Never heard of BCE. My thoughts on BCE is a no. All right. E-Trade, you do not have to do anything, just let them expire. Okay. Johnson & Johnson, flipper. I can tell you right now, Johnson & Johnson usually has horrible premiums. 150, the 150s are going for 199. Ooh, nice. But it looks like it's going to be a no. Why does it look like it's going to be a no? Well, look at the last 30 days. Okay, here's your bottom here. She goes up. Well, what happens usually when she goes up like that? Well, usually have profit taking. I have also some positions in WBA. I heard that. Sorry. All right. Well, let's take a look at WBA because I have WBA also. All right. Now we took a look at WBA. We've been following it for quite a while. For your trading group on Mondays, do you tell the members what trades you look at and why? Inspire me, of course I do. Every Sunday. Well, actually, I'm going to send it out tonight. I'm going to send out the list of stocks that are up for consideration for next week to the morning trading group. I'll send that tonight. That way they have all day tomorrow to take a look at it. For me, I don't look at anything until Monday morning, other than what we go over here at night. Okay. And why? All right. Now, you're under the impression that I do a lot of research and I'm giving out tips. No, I do not. All right. I will give you exactly what I do. Because, like I said, it has to be, it was created for a 9-year-old little girl. It had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. Okay. Those 5 things. So here it is. The calendar will tell me which stocks to look at. And that is all I look at. And I open them up first thing Monday morning. So it's not like, oh, I know what's going to happen. No, I don't. All right. I take a look at today's the 13th over there. 14th will be tomorrow, and the 15th. These are all the companies having the EX date. That's 1 week out. This is 2 weeks out right here. So I want to look at Delta Airlines and I look at AGNC. That's from this particular list. All righty. Okay. ATVI, CBH, VLO, NSC, WFC, C, COF, DHI, ETN, Intel, and X, which is X is US Steel. Those are the only ones I'm going to look at on Monday. Just those. I'm not going to look at these. I'm not going to look at those. I'm not going to look at anything except for what is on the first week of August and the first week of August only. Now that I can see better on YouTube, can you please explain how you calculate 1%? Wow. I feel bad for the future of America. I do, really. WBA, $11.53. What is 1% of $11.53? You take the decimal point, you move it over to the left 2 spots. 11.5 cents is 1% of 11.53. How do I figure that out? Well, if I'm buying it for 11.53, I sell the 11.50 cents. 11.50 is selling for 20 cents. 20 cents is more than 1% of 11.53. That's how I calculate my 1%. Just simple math. What am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? And what am I receiving? Okay. What am I receiving is the profit, 20 cents, divided by the purchase price. That will give me my percentage. Exactly what is the percentage here? Well, my profit is going to be 20 cents. Purchase price, 11.53, comes to a grand total of 1 3/4%. Okay, if I buy it here, 11.53, sell the 11.50s, I get my 20 cents. That is 1.73% for the week. But here's the question you need to ask yourself. Do I like Walgreens? Am I okay with buying Walgreens and holding on to it for the long term? Well, I'm pretty much. Jimmy, you want to take a look at Wells Fargo, WFC. All right, next on my list is VAN, VAN. Never heard of it. Vivani Med? Yeah, that's going to be a no. Ooh, Visa. We all like Visa. Ooh, quick look at the chart. Nice. 100 times 3 plus dividends. 100 times 3 plus dividends. Okay, Haas and Pfeffer, I have no idea what that means. Okay. Visa, 265.99. The 266s, the 265s are going for 273. I'm losing 99 cents. Take 99 cents off of this. Now I'm getting 172. Yeah, it's going to be a no because the numbers don't work. No to Visa. CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines. Interesting. 1823. Okay, 1823. The 18s are going for 46. Well, that's over 1%. The 1850s are going for 22. That's over 1%. All right, what's the chart telling me? High, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Great. What's the last 90 days look like? Well, here we go. Last 90 days. Nice. Okay, up, back, up, pull back, up, pull back, up, pull back. Now she's going to the upside. Okay, now is there enough space to go from here to 19? Because it's 67 cents between here and the high. I don't know if I like that with the last 30 days. Okay, the last 30 days are telling me no. Okay, 30-day bottom, 30-day top, pulls back, goes to the upside. There's not much more space here, but there's a lot of space to the downside. So Carnival Cruise Line is going to be a no. Options times 100, 3 weeks, add dividends. Options times 100. Okay, so the 18s are 46 cents. Options times 100, that's 46 bucks. 3 weeks, add dividend. I can't, I have no idea what that means. I can hardly see your screen if I but the stock at 56.67. Do you sell the call at 56 or 57? Maderos, it's all about the numbers, and I don't know which stock you're talking about. If I knew which stock you're talking about, I can pull it up and give you, what I can go do the math with you. But I don't know which one you're talking about. Now, when I say that this screen is on YouTube, you can go on your big WFC. All right, WFC. That's Wells Fargo. Ooh, they had a gap down. 56.67. All right, I'm not seeing where you see 56.67. Because what I'm seeing, 56.54 was the last trade on Friday. The bid, 56.57. The ask, 56.69. Okay, so the 56.67 is the sell price. If I own the stock, I could sell it for this much. I don't own it. If I want to buy the stock, I got to pay this much, 56.69. Okay, the closest one's going to be the 57, and the 57 is going for 58 cents, which is over 1%. Yeah, Facebook took another dive. I don't know what I'm going to do with this damn Facebook thingy. I probably should get off my ass and get this fixed the right way. NVO, really? Why would I want to do NVO? I've never heard of them. I don't do companies I've never heard of. I know it sounds weird, doesn't it? Why would I do a company I've never heard of? All right, is that set up right? I had to move that camera. Oh, okay, that's me. All right. Oh, Facebook. Something went wrong. This is the third time something went wrong with Facebook. And here we go. We're live. All right. Thanks, Pedro. All right. Hey, James. Good. Where can you get full audio and video besides TikTok? Um, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Good. Asking for a friend. Yep, that's where you can get it. All right. So Wells Fargo, 56.69. I'd be looking at the 57s. The 57s are going for 58 cents. That is over 1%. Great. What do the charts look like? Well, here's our top, here's our bottom. This is where it was. This is where it is. This is the direction it's going. But look at that gap down right there. I want to zoom into that and take a look at that. Okay, last 90 days. Okay, she went up, pulled back, up, 30-day high, 90-day high, pulled back, went up, pulled back, went up, pulled back, went up, big gap down. Okay, your 90-day bottoms over there. Let's take a look at the 30 days and find out what does that mean. I have no idea what it means, but it is the new 30-day bottom. Now, I would like to find out, why did it make that big drop? Okay, she's here 30 days ago at 57.50. She drops, goes up, drops, goes up, drops, goes up, drops, goes up, drops, big gap down. That gap will fill eventually. But how far down is it going to go? Remember, we looked at a lot of stocks that did this year. Starbucks did this. Walgreens did this. There's a few other ones that did this big, huge gap down. That, anyway, I forget off the top of my head at the moment. But I would find out why was that? Does anybody know why Wells Fargo had this big drop? Was that an earnings thing or something? Let's take a look. WFC, Wells Fargo. There it is. More than likely. Okay, see that right there? Earnings. Earnings report was on Friday. That's what it was. So let's find out what happened with Wells Fargo. WFC. La la la. U.S. Banks line, blah, blah, blah. Wells Fargo. Wall Street. Well, that was yesterday. Midday decliners. S&P rises. Wall Street, blah, 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 blah. Big bank continue to feel pressure. Not giving me anything on Wells Fargo. Why did it drop? The only thing I can assume is the earnings. BMY looks interesting. Earnings, yeah, I get that. Probably breach of data. Okay. Earnings, yep, more than likely. Oh, look at that, 11:15. Where has the time gone? You say Bristol Myers Squibb looks interesting. BMY? BMY. Okay. The 40/50 is going. Okay, I see it. Okay, I see it. High, low, where was it? Where is it? 40/60. The 40/50 is going for 50 cents. You lose 10 cents at the top. Yep, so you're making your 1% there. Good, fine. High, low, was, is, where it's going. Great. What's the last 90 days look like? Last 90 days, you see the pattern. She's down, she goes up, big drop, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's heading to the downside. So Bristol Myers Squibb goes to the downside this time of year. All right, fine. Let's take a look at seasonality. What does that say? Okay, blue line represents this year's movement. Here's where we are right here. This is 20 years, 10 years worth of data. Okay, January 1st, December 31st. This is what it normally does this time of year. So I want to see this area right here. And that looks like she's just going to go sideways. Okay, so for the next 2 weeks, she's just going to go sideways. Historically speaking, it's not guaranteed. It's just what it did in the past. That's all that means. Default and lower lending. Okay, that would do it. But the question would be, does it make sense for me to buy Bristol Myers Squibb? For me, at this point in time, no, because here's where we are right now. I mean, it's not guaranteed that it's going down, but here's your 30-day bottom. Okay, when you have a 30-day bottom, she goes up. You get a 30-day top, she heads down. So here we are. She went up, hit a top there. Now she's coming down. Is it going to continue down? Don't know. I'll keep our eye on it if you really like Bristol Myers Squibb, because the numbers for Bristol Myers Squibb is going to be 1%. And they've been around for a long time. Ooh, GIS. What is that? GIS, General Mills? It is General Mills. Check that out. Ooh, I like the chart. First thing I want to see, 63.78. So that's what I'm paying. What am I going to sell it for? Well, more likely the 64. And that's going to be a big fat no, because the premiums are horrible. Lane, what's the most money you've ever made? $26,000 in a day. Flipper, why Dividend Kings are companies unheard of mostly? That's a good question. Cattleman Hay Trailers, when's the best day of the week to purchase a covered call? Monday, first thing, 9:30 a.m., Monday morning. That's when you get the most bang for your buck, because if they expire on Friday, all right, you have 5 days of trading to do. If you buy it on Wednesday, you get 3 days of trading to do. So that's where your money is. And that's for me, for this particular strategy. All right, next on the list, PNC. Ooh. PNC. Nope. Reason why it's a no, not that I don't like it. I like PNC. It's just that it's at the high of the year. All right, in a couple of weeks, when she comes back down, then it might be a maybe. NTRS. Never heard of it. NTRS. No. VOOV. VOOV. No. GDX. Ooh, I like GDX. No. Okay. The reason why I say no, it has weeklies. Okay. The numbers look okay, but look at this. It's at the high of the year. That's a no for me. I don't like high of the year. What is a good small stock you suggest? I don't suggest anything. I don't. I'm just going through what you guys are having me take a look at. Okay, this is the list that you guys have me take a look at. That's this week. Here's last week's. Here's the week before's. The week before, the week before, blah 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 blah. I got a lot to look at. Now, there's 9,597 stocks to choose from on any day. NVO, huge pharmaceutical company. Shack. NVO. Okay. Let's see how often they increase their dividends. NVO. (2003), they pay once a year. Okay, so they pay once a year. So it's 3 cents, then 4 cents, then 5, 6, 9, 10, 14, 18, 25, 32. Sounds good. So 14 to 2015, they went down. They went backwards. 16, 17, then they went down again. 22, then to 33, then to 24, then to 34, then to 23, then to 39, then to 22, 26, to 47, to 20. Yeah, that's going to be a no. They can't. They're not consistent, and they only pay once a year. Well, now that it's twice a year. Okay, so they were at once a year, and now they're twice a year. All right, Jackson, MXN. Never heard of them. MXN. I haven't yelled at anyone tonight. That's a no. Doesn't even have options. MAXN. MAXN. Yeah, it's going to be a big fat no. Okay, now, Jackson, the reason why it's a no, at 23 cents, it can't possibly have 20 years or more of increased dividends. I could be wrong, but I don't want to bother with a 23-cent dividend stock. No. NUE, Nucor, NUE. All right, 161. Ugh. All right, the numbers work. The chart, high, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction it's going? Cool. I want to take a good look at here at the last 30 days. Okay. The main reasons I want to look at the 1 year chart, I want to see the first 5 things. First 5 things is high, low, where was it a year ago? Where is it now? Which direction is going? Okay. Then I want to jump to the 90-day. Abbott Labs, we already looked at that. Talent, UP, really? UP, nope. Next on the list one, AB. That's a no. ABT, Abbott Labs. Didn't we already do Abbott Labs? 104.75. 105s, 163. Well, there's 1% right there. More than 1%. Abbott Labs. Great. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction it's going? Cool. Last 90 days. What does the pattern look like? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now she's with the up cycle. Cool. So it's going to the upside. Love it. That's a no. Really, LA? Are you doing AOS or WST on Monday? I have no idea what AOS is, and I have no idea what WST is. So it would be a no and a no. Thanks, LA. So Abbott Labs, the last 30 days, what do we see? Where do we see it going? Okay. She shoots up, 30-day high right there, 30-day bottom right there, to the upside, 2 days the upside. So it's to the upside. Great. But the question is, do you like Abbott Labs? Because you have a lot of space between here and the high to make you 1%. That's all I'm looking for. I'm just looking for that 1%. I want to buy it where it is right now at 104.75 and sell out the 105s and get 163, which is more than 1%. Great. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, 1%. What does Abbott Labs usually do this time of year? Well, for that, we take a look at the seasonality chart. Okay, the blue line represents the movement for this year. Let me move out of the way. This is what the movement for this year. The red line down here shows the movement from January 1st to December 31st over a 10-year period. PSTG. Talent. Why you're not answering to my comments? Talent, you asked me a question and I said no. Okay? UP, up. That's no. Okay? UP, yeah, that's a no. Okay? It's a $3.98 stock. It's a monthly, and that's going to be a no. I don't do monthlies because that's just, I don't do monthly. The numbers just don't work for me. Ooh. All right, official. Do you like line charts or candlestick charts? They're all basically the same. Tell you which direction things are going. All right, talent. I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, give me a stock symbol. Take a look at. I'll give you my opinion. You gave me up UP, so I took a look at it. It's a no. So this is candlesticks here. If we change it to the line chart, right, it's not much different. Okay, the green represents up, red represents down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Right now it's in a downtrend, but it's a little too high for me. Okay, see, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's going to the downside. It's pretty plain. Do you like candlesticks? Okay, whatever. PSTG. What the heck is PSTG? PSTG. That's a no. Yeah, I got to get rid of this. That's just confusing for me. PSTG is a no. It's a monthly. Sorry. What strategy works best for you? What do you implement when you trade your sale? All right. I look for dividend stocks, specifically those that have 20 years or more of increased dividends. I like weekly options so they can get a weekly check. That's it. Safe, secure, predictable, 1% per week using pre-qualified dividend stock companies. And those are companies that have increased their dividends for 20 consecutive years. I want a higher and higher dividend every single year after year after year. That's what I want. Okay. And I use covered calls. I buy the stock, sell the option. Okay. Buy the stock, 65.48. Sell the 65s at 135. That's over 1%. 70s don't work for me, but the 65s work nicely. Then I look for the pattern. Here's the 30-day bottom. Here's the 30-day top. She drops, pulls back, drops, pulls back. Okay, here's the high right here. Now she's going to the downside. So that's just a no for me on PSTG. And it's a monthly. That's another reason it's a no. All right. We're at 11:30. That means we are done for the evening. Good, I need my rest because I am tired. You guys have a nice night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Now, for you people that are still here, hanging and chilling on YouTube, great to see you. Have a nice night. We'll see you again tomorrow, same time.